Tinubu'S supporters attack Obi for exposing foreign investors living in Nigeria. Hello viewers and welcome to Info-Gist TV. We all know the recent economic situation in Nigeria, how the poor is getting poorer, prices of things are skyrocketing at the passing of each day, the rate of naira to dollar. This increase and economic downfall has caused foreign investors to leave Nigeria. And the most worrisome part is, as these foreign investors are leaving Nigeria, new ones are not coming. Even those supporting the local or domestic industries are no longer supporting because of how down the economy has turned out to be. Now, Peter Obi, the candidate of the Labour Party in the just concluded presidential election, has lamented over the continuous loss of profit by business organizations in the country. Obi called for a more favorable business environment to enable local and international businesses to thrive. Obi, who made the call while reacting to the financial losses of Nestal Nigeria and telecom giant MTN, noted that these losses are the result of our worsening business environment. In a statement, the former governor of Anambra State lamented that the continuous fluctuations of the value of naira in the Nigerian foreign exchange market is taking a toll on businesses. Obi called for an end to this ugly trend, which is seriously discouraging production in our nation. His statement reads, "Yesterday, we were confronted with the worrisome audited report of the multi-international firm Nestal Nigeria, which occupied much of the business media space. This morning again, the media is awash with the unpalatable financial report from another multinational company, MTN Nigerian PLC, showing a similar huge loss of profits before tax of 177.8 billion naira, which resulted in a wipeout of shareholders' funds. The loss was attributed to operational changes to the Nigerian foreign exchange markets, including the abolition of the pariah instructions announced by the CBN in June 2023. These business losses, and in some cases closures and exits of local and foreign businesses, are a result of our worsening business environment. Following the losses reported by these major multinationals, one can imagine what the small businesses are going through, especially now that they are facing a double whammy from increased costs occasioned by poor fiscal policies and high interest rates occasioned by recent monetary policies. Now, as a trader, I feel and I experience it daily. Most of these losses by smaller businesses may not catch the attention of major media outlets. Many of the affected businesses may have closed down, leading to additional job losses, and many more may follow suit if this harsh business environment is not reversed. We must urgently reverse this urgently ugly trend, which is seriously discouraging productions in our nations and has continued to hinder our movement from consumption to production. A new Nigeria is only possible if we sustain a friendly business environment to keep big and small, as well as local and international businesses, thriving in our national economy. Now, in a statement made public on his verified X handle, formerly known as Twitter page, Obi noted that the incident changes in duty charges are affecting the importation of goods into the country. The former governor of Anambra State noted that the inconsistencies in duty charges have become a serious business challenge that results in business losses, arguing that as a result of the poor and inconsistent economic policies of the government, Obi lamented that businesses are dying and manufacturers are shutting down. Obi further opined that the continuous changes in the duty charges directly fuel the inflationary spike, which is the basis of the increasing cost of goods and living. Obi's statement reads, "I wish to urgently call on the federal government of Nigeria to end the inconsistency in duty charges as it is affecting the general business atmosphere in the country. The federal government should stop the arbitrary and ever-increasing custom duties as it is now negatively impacting businesses and the cost of items, and this poses a huge danger on the economy. A situation where at the point of initiating importation, Form M and other documents related to importations are based on a particular rate of exchange. For example, 1,000 to $1 being the prevailing exchange rate at the time which the importer of goods was used to calculate the entire processes, from the import initiations to receipt of goods in his warehouse. Then suddenly, when the goods arrive in Nigeria and duties are calculated at different rates, say 1,400 naira to $1, it becomes a serious business challenge that results in business losses. Worse still, it directly fuels the inflationary spike, which is the basis for the increasing cost of goods and living. Such arbitrary charges will lead to further business closures and attendant job losses. This is what Obi is lamenting. He said this is because at the time of the initiation of businesses, calculations including duties have been made based on the prevailing exchange rate and the prevailing market prices. And to him, if this situation is not corrected, our importers may resort to using the ports of nearby countries, a situation that will leave our ports underproductive and further deepen our economy into a worse situation as a result of loss of revenue. The government should also show consistency in its policies, as this will help with economic forecasting and business planning. To him, in his words, with deepened emotion, he stated businesses are dying and manufacturers are shutting down, which is true. And this is as a result of poor and inconsistent economic policies of the government. Furthermore, he advised our federal government and Nigeria as a whole that all efforts of the government should be directed at supporting businesses, especially those in the manufacturing sector, to keep their businesses afloat and keep the economy growing, as the small business sector remains the most critical engine of economic growth. We cannot afford to target high customs revenue at the expense of the survival of local businesses, employment, and a reasonable cost of living. Now, take an instance now. Recently, Air Peace is now traveling from Lagos to London, which has cut 60% of what other foreign airlines are charging for travels. This is because we now have local and homemade airlines who travel abroad. People pay in naira rather than paying in dollar as to foreign airlines. As they pay in naira, the percentage is cut down. This is what Obi is trying to say. The federal government should encourage manufacturers, people who are into businesses, who are the producers of products. When they are encouraged, it reduces the high cost of things in the country.